watches carefully two opponents lock eyes against each other. How they want to assume dominance over the other. Very carefully. Let's check on a closer look. There, we see our main opponent, Leo Platinum, against the reigning champion. Who will win? Oh, it seems he lost. Oh well. Hey everybody, welcome back to my stream. Replaying the story of Final Fantasy XIV. Well, last time we managed to, well, save the world from the evil clutches of Empire and destroy the ultimate weapon. And as well, we managed to, in one sitting, clear the Coil of Bahamut and the Crystal Tower. So we can now continue the story, which some might say the most annoying part of the original story. At the end of a large-scale operation marshalling the combined might of the three city-states, the Warrior of Light emerges triumphant in the Praetorium. The Empire's stranglehold over the realm thus broken, the leaders of Eorzea declare that the 7th Astral Era has dawned. But the celebration would prove short-lived, for there can be no light without shadow. Oh, before I have to get my glasses so I can read properly. There we go. Now where do we have to go? Back to the Waking Sands. Ohio to you too, Drake. Ah, what a perfect day for adventure. Nothing but fog. Well, at least it's a sign to the adventure that is currently unknown. Hey Alphino, long time no see. The nerve of some petitioners, engaging as if we were a band of common mercenaries. I should be glad to refuse them all without a second thought. Huh. Hello, Minfilia. What do you have for me? Leo, it pleases me to see you well. Hey, Tataru. Do excuse me for interrupting, Leo, my lady. The gentleman from Ashgana Exports had just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius von Baelsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. I mean, isn't that good? A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Ah, I see. Some made their intentions known from the start, while others endeavored to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. Oh, it's part of the Syndicate. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not the interest of individual Eorzeans. Only neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater work, good, might they not warrant greater consideration? I mean, money is always good, but what's the cost? Our Baldesian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. No, it's okay. Yet, my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Yeah, best to ask the others what they think. I mean, we are one big family. We are family. Hey guys. Thangrid, my boy. What's up? Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what to do with it? You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees the Alamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Leo. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. True that. Y'shtola. Recall you our meeting with Admiral, shortly after the Luminsens sent word to the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you'll also recall my words to our host. I say unto Melrib that her people have broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had just responded that we have been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invented. I spoke in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Luminsens to distort the facts, to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia had expected a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Yeah, always nice to be friends with the leaders of the cities, but it's pretty difficult to be neutral. No one can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I have to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. What do you have to say to that, Ida?
I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It won't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know?
I see. Yu and Shay are quietest of their bunch. 'Tis the lot of the power to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power proper aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations, nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. These sacred charges shall be ever ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Yeah. We may be very important for the people of Eorzea, but we are poor. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. What do you have in mind? Mayhaps this time I made my feelings known to the attendant. Come along, Leo.
Alphino, Leo, is aught amiss?
You desired counsel, and so you shall have it. Minfilia, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah.
We must do what?
So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize that... Let me start again. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetherite? Oh, that's the reason? They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause. Which is why it and other favors will be denied us unless we cooperate. So that's the reason there are no aetherite in this Vesper Bay.
If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go?
Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place where all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona! Reverend Stoll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am of course conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years. But I truly believe this is to be the best course of action.
As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless.
The decision is yours to make, Descendant. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that.
We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That'll be all, Alphino. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no. I left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the others, after all. Moradona, huh? Well, that'll be an interesting place to be as our next base of operation. What do you have to say? Leave Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? Oh, Leo. Pray attend to Alphino. He's engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino awaits you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Okay. Hopefully you can agree to this. Confound it. She knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfila's mother, well, abducted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamin was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent, and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Charlian minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could just succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plagues Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth to La Nausea at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegeruchu as to the veracity of these rumors. So, our next main mission is to find Minfilia's mom. Did I mention this was a filler arc? Well, it can't be helped. Now then. Back in Costa del Sol, and it's unfortunately now it's raining. You. Oh, and Alphino, you had to say before that. Ah, you arrived. Let's see if Master Gegeruchu can shine any light onto the rumors regarding Flamin. Okay, mister. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse,
Why have you forsaken me? Silence, Bane! I mean, Leo, what brings you to my humble resort? Flaming? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelled among us until so very recently was the sunstress of Uldar? Yats, man, if I had known that, I could chain her to my bedpost and never let her leave.
Wanna rephrase that?
Oh, for shame! To think that she now flies her trade to the riffraff off to the west, or whatever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy!
West, is it? Thank you, Master Gegaruchu. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have come knowledge to the spare. I will be most appreciated if you could travel to the wine port and do the same.
Okay.
To wine port. Hey guy.
Eh? You want to know if I seen a Mikote lass by the name of Lamin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long.
Oh. That's unfortunate for you. Hello. The... Should I say the chef... wine version of Gordon?
Well, if it isn't Leo, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, do give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tasting, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory prescription is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10.
Uh-huh. Well then. Let's go meet our friend, Shamani Lumani. I see you have had many grand adventures since last we spoke, Leo. You must share them with me sometime. You can actually smell it? Ugh, yeah. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget the perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar, reminiscent of a blue native of these parts, in fact. I said as much as we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation, and asked me where she might some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Thanks, buddy. Oh, cool afro. Guess that's her. Oh. Get your butt off my face! You must be Flamin. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Goboo's ire until I was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and I... Flamin? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ulda, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, my lady, yet the world thinks you're dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I am fully intent to reveal myself to Minfilia, where the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forests of La Nausea aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I travel all this way on a whim? As I was telling you associates prior to your intrusion, I came in here to harvest these flowers to use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity? Or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in safer locale? Wineport, say? I realized that many important characters have white hair. Think about it. The Flamin, Alphino, Alize. I think also, yeah, Thancred has a white hair. And a couple future characters that I won't be able to say also had white hair. Now then. This is not at all how I envisioned it. What do you mean? I can scarcely begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Yeah, they could be quite a shock. Aww. Nice preview picture. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let's be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It will be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. Nice that we teleport immediately here. A descendant, you have a guest. Lamin? Asilia. Aww. So cute. I haven't seen her like this in years, Leo.
I... I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest the pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue your work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I am so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia Perfume! You remembered! How could I ever forget? You were it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again, just by following my nose. I did not think it was made any more. You must have gone so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Leo, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you, Leo. Thank you both. You're welcome. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it. My father was a member of the Alamigan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamine who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp the implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamine as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could have ever hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but to think that which you have yet to do, and of that I may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamine. You built it once, Asilia. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly? Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in the Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions, and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparation begins at once. Okay. At least that was fast. It didn't take a whole like 30, half an hour to finish. It is all well and good that we found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp's Revenant's Toll who had never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing, and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than one day they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, at Descendant. You got a plan? Of course you have a plan. Really, Alphino? If I need concern myself with anything, it surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll.
It is an honor, a Descendant, upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino. We thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at the Revenant's Toll hold the science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which might needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so.
It does.
Sir, unless I am mistaken, you are the one known as Leo, are you not?
That I am.
May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance?
Thanks, dude.
Reborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long.
Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Leo. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me.
Oh, you calling me out?
We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Ah, Leo. Were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us.
You're here. Good. I come bearing news. Better be good news.
The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for assistance in the ongoing defenses and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Yay! A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectations of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Rauban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, a descendant? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Orzia. Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I will reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felt primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be a great indeed. Great. I say yet, no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Fleming to teach me the basics of mining too. You gonna have another job? Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphino, I mean. It was almost predictable as he should appear with the emissary of the Adventurers Guild, mere moments before I expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slafborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road, and represent us well, Leo. Yeah, I'll represent us so well. I will try not to make a fool of myself. Like that one scene in at the Jim Carrey's movie Ace Ventura. Here we are, in our new home. Well, soon to be our new home. Whoa. That's an interesting looking mount. Hey, Slafborn.
I was told to expect a scion, but I did not expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Leo. You have something for me, yes?
Yes. These documents.
Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we're done, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest.
You better be. Because I'm not gonna... gonna hold out your hand in everything.
Back to do work of a dozen men, I see. But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has a little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, may have you been keen to having a look around the Scion's new home? See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes so to be had about the realm. It may get a bit rushes at times, but I imagine it will be as good as the place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around.
Oh, hold on. Is that you, Leo? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it appears our aid is required at once. I must ask that you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste.
Is everything quite alright, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear that this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time you've seen to your more pressing matters.
Just as we're about to have a tour, we have to go. Jeez, so many people today. Snowman away. Good thing that this snowman is made of magic, so I can at least fly with it. Now, what you had to say? A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to this conversation with the descendant, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the XIV summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted with the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the descendant if there's anything you can do. Okay, I'll do it. Hey guys, what you got to say? Oh, you say the same. How she has grown since last we spoke. She puts me to shame with her accomplishments, and with that I'm full glad. Nice to see that you're very proud of her. Now then, Minfilia, Tataru saw you having trouble. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania.
Uh-oh. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Leo. The etheric waves leaves little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex.
We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianshe says, their readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago. I thought I had hoped them Muggle Squad beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation.
Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Huloy. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest.
Pray hasten to Gridania, Leo. Ida and Papolimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of crystal.
Okay.
So she said, Muggle Guard. We'll see what kind of primal they have to do. Maybe go something like do 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 do. Good evening. A pleasure to see you as always, Leo. Thank you for answering my summons. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to... but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Okay. Better be good. Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplokov visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. We spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which will imperil the entire 12th Sword if left unchecked. Would you prove to be able to be an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we will have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from the Kuplokop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Moogles, huh? They're cute. I'll definitely want to help them. Old Gridania. Yes, show me in. Now then. Sorry to keep you waiting.
It must be something bad to have gotten Kuplokov this worried. Have you seen the way this thingummy is bobbing?
The threat of Moogle kind? I hope the descendant's suspicions were ill-founded, but I cannot see who else could it be.
Our guest has brought ill tidings which much needs be heeded. Isn't that right, Kuplokov?
Okay. What is the big worry? Oh, he's so cute. Please, you have to stop them! But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Mughals, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, firm thrashing is in order, but yes, but no.
Calm yourself, Kublai Khan. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister.
Oh, sister?
Most grateful that you have come, Leo, and upon such short notice. Truly Gridania would not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kublai Khan has brought us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Mugglemog the 12th has returned to Eorzea.
Who?
A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if it's a genuine figure from history, or some manifestation of Mughal mythology. Kuplo here will have me believe the former.
Once upon a time, we Mughals served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became disconnected and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So good King Mugglemog the 12th, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time he had come to leave Kupo. The realm of a man would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Mugglemog the 12th, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came upon this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Mugglemog the 12th, may his courageous sacrifice ever be forgotten. He would alone remain in the heavens so that Mugglekind might as well know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes?
I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that Good King Mugglemog the 12th is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying that a handful of Mughals were with a buttload of crystals wished really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work?
What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure?
Might that not itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, the latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mughals guard are afraid of that tomorrow will bring, and that will not may end so well as they did yesterday. The fear has driven them to call upon the greater power, one they believe then can be relied upon to protect their loved ones, and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Mughals god only want to protect the forests from outsiders. But ever since the return of the good King Mugglemog the 12th, may his boundless grace filled our hearts with love, they started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean?
We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal.
We share the same concern. Whoever or what the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to the Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Leo, confront good King Mugglemud the XII, and drive him out from our midst.
Okay.
I humbly do thank you. The sanctuary of the Muggles Guard and the Liege Lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Esunian of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further.
So we have to defeat good King Mugglemug, the 12. Okay. Off to the Conjurers Guild. Here where all the great white mages are born.
Welcome, Leo, welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Mugglemud the XII is of great comfort, to me and to the elementals both. As I'm sure you know, the Muggles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is likely that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make it whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king.
I'm ready.
The wards barring access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the uses of enchanted keystones, the selfsame method employed 5 years ago, when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones. For one were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kublokop confided in me that he had been entrusted with a set of keystones by the Muggles Guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so. I dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Muggles might succumb to the corrupting influence of the Liege Lord. We must needs to have Kublokop's keystones, Leo. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at the Wet Shore Pier. Impress upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield.
Okay then. Now then, what teleporter should I use? Lancer's Guild. There.
Hey, buddy. So? How will you do it, Kupo?
Oh, he told you about that.
Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to the Swibloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Take me to Swibloom Pier.
Oh. Oh crap, they're so huge. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know that you are planning.
and I won't allow it.
Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him.
Hey, knock it off. Fight some of your own size.
We offer you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Hrothgar?
Imperials, Gridanians, Sylphs? You're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo.
Traitors to these king's Mughals, he plots treason against the crown.
Enough! Kubraka will answer to his crimes soon enough, as will all who divide the good King Mughal the 12. May he reign over forevermore, Kupo.
You okay?
The king is planning to purge the 12th foot of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to the Thorn Marsh is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mughal Scot has set us trapped to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo.
Okay. Escort mission. Evil mushroom. Ugh. Hello there, welcome to my stream. Malevolent squirrel. Okay, now this is a threat. Gigantic bugs. Oof. Okay, we go faster. Sheesh. Here we are. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus. Like when you're tuned to an aetheryte, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go ahead, teach those foolish Mughals a lesson, and send the king back whence he came. Okay. Time to face the king. Before that, however, shall do this. Undersized party. Now then, Good King Mugglemug, the 12th of his name, has once more been called forth by the Mughals Guard.
Though the king is not considered a primal in this strictest sense, he poses a threat not unlike that of the beastmen gods, in that his influence could corrupt his people's peaceful nature, and so, like those other ether-starved beings, he too must be felled for the sake of the realm. Time for us to be usurpers, and kill the king. Ready for this? Oh yeah, crap, I forgot to take this off again. Here. In here. Not to skip. Now then. Get ready. That's the best you got? Nope. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, this is so adorable! But you must perish. That's right. Run away. Shoo. All of you, shoo. Oh, hey, nice. Pair of murderous muck fists. Another pair of weapons to add to my glamour. You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Mogoma the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, he's no more! I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Mughals god when you did. Thank you, Leo. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rayao at the Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain.
Yeah, it's been a while since last time I did that boss fight. I totally forgot that there was like a musical like soundtrack in it. Good King Mugglemog. Good King Mog. Hey guys, make way. I can barely see. Do I dare believe my ears? Cookie Mugglemod the 12th, may his magnificent virtues serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Mugglekai knows you deaf, Kupo. Oh, and I can sense Ryo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let you speak without fear of interruption. Hey. So you are the sister of Kane Senna. Your bravery in service to the 12th Sweat and her Moogle shall not be forgotten, Leo. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tales of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Yeah, what can I just say? I just teleported to the scene, punch their faces, and poof. I think it's best to use this. Conjurer's Guild. Well, it took us 15 minutes to take care of. Leo, you returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus I have 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I will fain hear all the occurrence in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Muggles don't worship him. For one thing, he's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that without a combination of the power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Muggles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which compromised him instead being scattered to the 4 winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means...
Asiads! This whole business reeks of their handiwork.
Kupopo? They say it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridaya has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question.
Confound it all! How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts?
Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build the pyre, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitations. A somber though, but a salutary one. My heartfelt thanks, Leo. Already the information that you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Silence shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Toll. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seats here, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and apprise a descendant of all that has transpired? Okay, back to the Waking Sands then. For how many more times? Well, at least they gave us a story explanation why there isn't a etherite, like a teleporting crystal here in the Waking Sands. That's nice. But still annoying. Makes me angry. Very, very angry. It is good to see you hale and healthy, Leo. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you have felled Good King Mogulmog the 12th, but I hope to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, someone with the same methods used by the Beast Tribes and taught by the Asians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seats here of our usefulness. An offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Leo. You're welcome. Anything else? Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, we need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponders caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Leo. Aw, you want you want me to take care of you? Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianger. Oh, he likes to stay? I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest, and darkest moments in our Order's history. Maybe it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alizé shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have the assurance that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something. Something important. I guess we'll find it out very soon. Urianger, need anything?
Thou art ever welcome, Leo, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave, unburdened by concern of my well-being. Verily thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In man's eagerness to seize of the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stricken into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons. And still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever given way to ignorance, while they who lurk in the shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Leo. Thy conduct hath ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength, and all thy many victories, thou hast ever been so convinced of thine own eagerness, as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thy eyes of the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Whence came that cry? The Solar, 12th forfend, the Descendant! Ophelia? Ophelia! You okay?
Leo, you must...
What?
Tell me, Louisoix, would you have done the same?
Louisoix Leveilleur was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing.
Oh. A white-robed Asian? An Asian here? How?
How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, a descendant.
But you're not like the others. Your robes.
Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you.
He who... You speak of La Brea?
La Brea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes.
Then he is still...
Come,
I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. You... what are... We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. Huh? Is something the matter? She doesn't see her. Ah, I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to the Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. She could not see him.
It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge of both. To her, we are indistinct.
I do not understand.
Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectations, and expectations colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded.
You know nothing about me. Nothing!
The gift grants your clarity. It grants you focus. With it you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation.
Labre did not think so highly of the Echo.
Labre is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master.
And if we did?
There would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, Descendant. May we meet again as friends.
Wait! Stay where you are!
Beaba is indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shield her children from his grace with such resolve. It also by her hand that you survive the ardor, I wonder.
I take it there's no need to explain. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intentions was, it was not to kill.
Okay, thank you, Drake. See ya.
I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Asian robed in white, however oblique, I will know of it.
An Asian, my lady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Asians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen?
I know not and care not. Find him, Leo. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to.
Pray attend me, Tataru.
A white-robed Asian. This is interesting.
It's like Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2 all over again. His primary color was a black robe, and on the final battle it was white colored, with accents of black.
Where are you?
I am told that you are the Warrior of Light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be way late if you do. You may even perish, should you survive. We shall speak anon.
Ooh, this guy is cocky. Imps. Interesting choice. Interesting choice of monsters. Imps and gargoyles. What's next? You. Oh. Asians. Pow. You too.
Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence.
None save he who bested La Brea could endure such an examination. I have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the descendant, did you not? That you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize that the same cannot be said of La Brea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for though them we discovered you, one so strong in the gift that he could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. And so it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, weary of the world, word of one true God, and we shall meet again.
Elidibus. So we have a name. Better report back to Minfilia. Thank the gods you returned, Leo. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall be again? Of when does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of this Elidibus ported much, but reveal nothing. Save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrea. I hope for answers, but it seems that I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Yep. Seems to be the most common thing in this. Answer one, then answer one question, then add with another question. Tenfold. Let us set aside the matter of this Asian until we have completed our move to the Rising Stones. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamigan Resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh on half a decade, furnishing the Resistance with vital Imperial secrets, while feeding his paymaster subtly conceived misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat to Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Urianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Okay, I'll do it for you.
Though thee departed, to what end dost thou linger?
Here. This book. The legacy of Minfilia's father, who perished in the parade incident of 1562, when a Gabu broke free of his magical fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah, contains a wealth of stolen Imperial research on the Primals, as well as other information which has yet to be deciphered. Ah, that's the truth, huh?
The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well can I imagine a descendant's pain. Upon mine honor, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain.
Leo, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could wait no longer. I have departed for the Rising Stones. If you have yet to... Once you have given the journal to Urianger, I bid you come to the 7th heaven in Revenant's Hall. Jataru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make use of our new aetheryte in Revenant's Toll. After all, it is right on our doorstep.
Oh, I have done it. Long time ago. Well, see ya, Urianger. Take care. There we go. Well, off to visit our new home. Oh, that's a cool sword. Oh, there you are.
Oh, Leo, you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up.
As I was just telling your respective receptionist here, I am pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours.
Splendid! From this day forward, I'll spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable at home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places, and unfamiliar faces.
Most of the men and women you see around here in Revenant's Toll are adventurers who come and go as they wish. I dare say that should make it easier for you to go about your business here. And it shouldn't hurt that Leo here has already made something of a name for himself here. Isn't that so, Leo?
Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat, despite their relocation. And with that, Leo, I do believe it's time you officially announced your presence to everyone inside. The Descendant and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you.
Okay. Rising Stones. And the Seventh Heaven.
Welcome to our new home, the Rising Stones. Isn't it lovely? But why are you standing around here talking to me? Everyone's waiting for you inside.
Well, because I like you. I want to talk to you. So, this is Rising Stones. Who is you?
I did not realize the silence had moved until I arrived at Vesper Bay. Thankfully, Urianger was kind enough to direct me here. I know I've only just joined, but if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Okay. Good to see you, Colton, eh?
Hey, Stola. As you can see, our Shalian allies have furnished us with a wealth of new tomes. It will be prudent for you to broaden your knowledge as well.
Hey, Fleming. You tending the bar?
Oh, you wish to help? That's very kind of you, but I can manage on my own. Besides, you should be out having grand adventures, not wither away here with me.
Thankrit. How you holding?
as ravishing as ever. Perhaps for old time's sake she would... Gods, Leo, don't sneak up on me like that. We bots are as easily startled lot. I was just standing right in front of you.
Well, hey. Hoary boulder.
The horror... The horror...
I'll love the smell of victory in the morning. It smells like sweat. No. Moontui sauce. No, victory. Yeah, victory. So here we are, completely independent and unquestionably neutral. Or at least more so than before. Truth be told, I cannot say it feels that different. Of course, Ida begs to differ. Alphino. Nice place. Is it not wonderful, Leo? Near a single presumptuous merchant has darkened our door. I know full well they will come in time, but for now, let us enjoy the respite. By the way, I know it's a little too late to say this, but even though this shirt that I was able to obtain in one of the Alliance raids, I really love this. But because of my hair, as you can see, the collar of the shirt is always clipping in. It's kind of irritating. Hmm? Well, it is certainly spacious. Today marks a new beginning for the Sons of the Seventh Dawn. For today, we declare our independence. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people, proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will serve our ties to the Eorzean Alliance. On the contrary, the descendant and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political consideration to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the Sons of the Seventh Dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. For Eorzea! A moment of your time, Leo. I would speak of Elidibus.
Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of Baldesion hath been met with silence.
No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response. Surely they will not ignore us.
They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst.
No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. The wards are beyond circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. No one could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact the agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought it pains me, until such time as we evidence to the contrary, we can but assume the worst. Accordingly, we must needs seek another source of information on Elidibus.
It is possible the others of the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally.
Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from a crimson-clad Asian, perhaps? Or Orcher? Or Ocker? Or Poos? And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Brea, I dared to hope that we would have found a way to rid ourselves of the ancient menace. But I was wrong. He endures, and may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly, a way to spare this world yet their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. There are forces at work we do not understand, Leo. I discern them all around, in disturbance too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet as one. Ah, my stalwart hero, your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything arise, you will be informed. Krile, where are you?
Who's Krile? Meanwhile, in somewhere, your intercession was not foretold. You object? We question. Our plans are in motion, your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Order, and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will. So too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see.
Truly, there is no rest for the weary. Scarce had I begun to make myself at home when I received a request for assistance from Amagina & Sons mineral concern. It would appear their storehouse in Horizon had been the target of a series of covert robberies. Minor as they seem in isolation, occasional discrepancies in the manifests were long dismissed as clerical errors. It was only during the concern's annual audit that a pattern became apparent. Significant quantities of crystals, and only crystals, were missing. I need hardly to tell you what that may imply. Primals. The brass blades charged with investigating the thefts believe that someone with the concern is selling the crystals for profit. Alas, they have as yet been unable to identify a likely suspect, and the concern's proprietors have grown frustrated by the lack of progress. Needless to say, I would not have agreed to intervene, Had the stolen goods been of merely monetary value, if there is even a possibility that the thief acts not out of self-interest, but in service to a primal, we can ill afford to wait for the blades to realize their mistake. Pray depart to Horizon at your earliest convenience. Rendezvous Y'shtola when you arrive. She and Thancred have already begun a preliminary investigation. I have every confidence that the three of you will get to the bottom of these thefts. I only hope our fears prove unfounded when you do.
Okay then. We have our first mission here in the Rising Stones. The Horizon. Quick time to drink some water. There we go. Hiya.
Ah, Leo, your assistance is most welcome. I have already spoken at length with the brass blades of the Rose, albeit to a little avail. It would seem that the thieves took great pains to conceal their activities. I could go into further detail, but your time might better be spent in conversation with the Fufulupa. He is the officer charged with leading the investigation. I would only be repeating that which he related to me. If what eluded my attention, maybe not elude yours.
Hey Fufulupa, long time no see.
Leo, what a pleasure to see you again. Y'shtola said to expect you. Terrible business, these thefts. We have yet to confirm the quantity of crystals stolen, but I dare say it may be greater than... but never mind that. I have news to share. A short while ago, the driver of heavily laden carriage refused to halt for inspection and broke through one of our checkpoints on the Royal Allegan Sunway. The car bolted off toward eastern Thanaline, where, thank the gods, I hear that our colleagues were able to apprehend them without further incident. A speeding carriage? That would seem a curious choice for thieves of such proving cunning. Yet the Almonja do not have foothold in eastern Thanalan. And what of their cargo? Did they carry the crystals we seek? We should be receiving a report any moment now, but I will fail to see what else it could.
Did you miss me, friends? I'm back, but I fear I come bearing disappointing news. Or on second thought, perhaps it's good news after all.
Thancred? Where have you been off to?
I figured you had everything under control here, so I just took a brief excursion to the east to check upon our Almonja friends. And would you believe it? I happened to upon a runaway carriage on the way, and even was able to do my small part to help my friends in the brass blades intercept it. In all my years I have never seen such a prodigious quantity of someness. The blades were calling it one of the greatest hauls they ever seen. The stolen crystals, on the other hand, were nowhere to be found.
Is that so? Alas, I suppose we had no choice but to resume our search elsewhere.
We should reassess our options as well. Come with us, Leo. Against all expectations, it would seem the Almonja are innocent in this particular spate of crimes.
By all indications, they have yet to replenish the stores of crystals exhausted during their last attempt to summon Ifrit. What I can't fathom is why anyone else would go such lengths to obtain crystals, and in such quantities. It cannot be that we are dealing with simple thieves. If their motives were a profit, why would they limit their trade to crystals alone? Plainly, we are missing something. While you think about what it might be, I shall inform Urianshe of our progress, or lack thereof.
Now then.
Oh, voice acting.
'Tis I. The situation may be more complicated than we anticipated.
Indeed, I shall remain watchful. Ere thou goest, another matter requireth thine attention. A young maiden, full eager to... Wherefore inquirest thou of her fairness? Oh, very well. Be she damsel or devil, I shall direct her steps to Revenant's Toll. Save thine insinuations for one given to such impropriety. Thou shalt not find me amenable.
Oh?
Far across the sea from the land of Domar have we traveled. We seek audience with the ruler of these lands. Who here speaks for you?
Doma? That's an unfamiliar name. Peculiar. Any bright ideas? A solitary flash of insight? No? Well then, for want of a better suggestion, I say we try picking Fufulupa's brain again. Who knows, if we work together, we may yet find something of use nestled away within it. Alright then. Oh, but it's good to see you return. I've given some thought on the matter, and I have just hit upon a most disturbing possibility. How could I have been so blind? Calm yourself, Fufulupa. What is this disturbing possibility of which you speak? I was contemplating as to how the thieves' activities escaped our notice of so long, and then it came to me. What if there's someone among our own ranks conspiring with them? A traitor in our midst? It would be most unfortunate if your fears proved well-founded, Fufulupa. Indeed, if for reasons of security, the concern decide to transfer the remaining crystals stored in Horizon to another location, their plans would be discovered the moment the brass plates were informed. Ah, but such shipment would surely be well guarded. Would thieves as wily as our risk open confrontation? May have not, but neither would the concern be eager to present them with such an obvious target. Nay, they might instead elect to carry out the transfer in secret, to entrust the goods to us, to, let us say, a low-quote miner traveling without escort, so as not to attract undue attention. But who? Ah, I see. Yes, the concern may well like to do that, but to travel with so much cargo would be a strenuous task indeed, and this miner would certainly need to rest upon the way. Mayhap north of the bridge to Hammerley? A fine spot for a rest. Would you not agree, Leo? You lie in wait to the north, and I shall do the same to the south. Forgive, my friends, but I received new orders. I must inform my men at once. Call me a cynic, but I would be surprised if these thieves lay down their arms and surrender. See that you come prepared to offer them some encouragement. Okay. Let's see if the thieves are getting ahead, or we can catch them. Aha! There you are. Your jig is up. Hey, Stola. Looking good. Stubborn to the last as expected. You unharmed? A gang of sea-wolf thieves, and in Thanalan no less. I suppose there is a first time for everything. Sea-wolves? All of them? Aye, and all with the same taste in facial tattoos. Blue, in case you were wondering. Our thieves are a long way from home. Thancred, if you would be so good as to attend to the outstanding matters in Horizon, I have inquiries to make. To Horizon, then. Fufuluba will want to hear about your meeting with the thieves. On behalf of the Brass Blades of the Rose, I thank you for your service to Horizon. But we have not been idle. While you were afield, we succeeded in identifying the traitor within our ranks. Is that so? Then, by your leave, I should very much like to have a word with the fellow in private. No, I'm afraid that will not be possible. Regrettably, he, managed to subdue the unit of blades dispatched to detain him, and make good his escape. Oh, for the love of... And how did he manage that exactly? Your men haven't been sampling that sumness we confiscated, have they? Or was he a giant in disguise? No, but he was quite strong. A sea-wolf. Luminson born and raised, I believe. But do not worry, we will find him. You have my word on that. I see. Pray give me apprised to any developments. Yes? He's standing next to me. Understood. I fear our time together is at the end, my friend. Your services are required elsewhere. Awfully disappointing, I know, but one must follow where duty leads. You might try to look a little disappointed. Or do you mean to give me another one of your stoic nods? You do, don't you? Ugh. Thancred is aware. He is aware of our blandness. The Descendant bid me to tell you to make for Vesper Bay, for young Alfino awaits your coming most eagerly. It was he who requested your assistance. Some commotion or incident I am not privy to the details. Will you do whatever it is that Alphino has planned for you? I shall endeavor to track down our traitorous brass plate, and when I do, you may rest assured that we will have our answers. Yes, you do that, and I'll go do my thing. You got something to say, Alphino? You are late. No matter. I know where our visitors are headed. From what I have able to gather, this vessel belongs to a band of Domans who seek an audience with the Sultana. You are familiar with Doma, yes? In Northard? Well, like the rest of our nations of the eastern continent, it is ruled by the Garlean Empire. Given our visitors' unaccounted arrival, as well as the state of their ship, I suspect they did not leave their homeland under the best circumstances. Needless to say, I should be very interested to hear their tale. And, more importantly, what they know of the current state of affairs in the Empire. Such information could prove most useful. We would be fools not to pursue this opportunity, do you not think? Come with me to Ul'dah, Leo. Unless I'm mistaken, and I'm rarely mistaken, we will find the Domans bickering with Sultan Sworn on the Royal Promenade. You are uncertain of your role in the proceedings? Insurance. If our guests are not themselves Imperial agents, it seems fair to assume that they have been pursued by some, and if not, who better than you to have on hand in the event of unforeseen diplomatic incident? Besides, I do so envy your sparkling repartee. Satisfied? Good. I shall see you in Ul'dah. I see. Well, to Ul'dah then. Now we're off to there. The Chamber of Rule. It matters not how many times you ask. Without the necessary permissions, none shall pass. Pray understand, good sir. We have not the leisure to lodge a formal petition. Time is of the essence. All I ask is that you summon your superior. Allow me to plead my case. Surely you can grant us that small kindness. Away with you, and darken these doors no longer. I will not ask again. You don't know what you do. I gather your pleas fell upon deaf ears. A loyal man with cold heart. I know this kind well. I hope that you will find me more than of your liking. Alfin Olivier, at your service. A friend. Which I believe makes me very nearly unique. In this part of the world, at least. Few indeed are your allies in Ul'dah, yet you will need someone if you wish to endear yourself to the wealthy and powerful. Pray join me and my associate at the quicksand. There you may explain your situation to us, and we shall see if there is aught we can do to help. Interesting looking lady. With a... She has a very unique tail as well. Who is she?
We have traveled some several thousand miles across the sea, from the nation of Doma, in hopes that we might find sanctuary in these lands.
Sanctuary, Lady Yugiri?
Aye. Lying within Othard, Doma was under the dominion of the Garlean Empire, as I'm sure you are aware. When the War of Succession broke out in Garlemald, we espied an opportunity to free ourselves from the yoke of imperial oppression and took up arms. Only to be crushed. And so I gathered what few Domans escaped the reckoning and guided them hither to your shores.
A war of succession? Then the Emperor... Forgive me. You said that Doma was under Imperial rule, did you not?
Doma is gone. Razed to the ground as an example to the other provinces.
12 have mercy. And your people?
On a ship anchored in Vesper Bay, flying borrowed colors. Many were complicit in the rebellion, or akin to those who were. They will not come ashore until I send word that it is safe to do so. I sought an audience with your rulers, but was summarily refused.
The lords of Ul'dah are not wont to entertain foreign refugees without suitable encouragement.
Mayhap I was foolish to expect otherwise, but our supplies run low and we have young ones in urgent need of care. I have seen the tents outside the gates, however. We are not the first to seek asylum, nor will we be the last.
Yeah, unfortunately we have a refugee problem.
Be that as it may, Ul'dah is no friend to Garlemald. Your tale would stir the hearts of many men and women here. The Sultana and the Syndicate will not be so easily swayed, but I shall see that you are granted an opportunity to plead your case.
This is within your power?
Yeah, he's really good with that.
Well, far be it from me to boast, but I do have the ear of certain influential individuals.
I am in your debt.
Lady Yugiri, forgive me for observing, but your choice of attire seems like to evoke feelings of mistrust.
Men are wont to fear the unfamiliar. We know this from experience. We seek only to spare the people of Ul'dah unnecessary disquiet.
I shall defer to your experience then.
I thank you for your understanding.
It seems I have urgent business with the Flame General. I leave our guests in your capable hands.
Don't worry. I can take them to Gold Saucer. We'll have fun there. So then. Lady Yugiri labors day and night for the good of our people. She's an inspiration to us all. Yet I worry for her health. Kazasaki. We are grateful beyond measure for this kindness. Yugiri. If I may, sir, as I said earlier, we have been at sea for several moons, and our supplies are all but spent. I have not the heart to repeat the tale of our tribulations, nor would it please you to listen to them, I think. Suffice it to say, however, sacrifices have been made. Though it shames me to beg for more than we have already offered so much. Desperation compels me. Gentle sir, if you or your associates could spare any provisions, anything at all, it would go a long way to lessen the suffering of my people. I think I know who can help. Momodi? Hells, why didn't you say so sooner, Leo? Of course I'll help. You couldn't have picked a better day to tell the truth. A wealthy merchant and his entourage were to have a banquet here on the Marrow. See? But just send word they can't come. Being I got a boatload of foodstuff and no one to feed. Best of all, they paid a lot for the advance. Go and call for Friduri and Catherine at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Tell them I said to ship the little prince's order to the Waking Sands. Oh, and if they argue, just show them those letters. That should set them straight. Okay. Thank you, Momodi. What a perfect timing. She's in the business of feeding refugees now? I normally want to question Mistress Momodi's judgment, but that doesn't seem wise to me. Well, how about this will convince you? I'll not speak for the children, but if you ask me, any man what can earn a crust deserves to go hungry. That's your loss. My, that's a rather odd request. Have you misheard her instructions? Nope. Read it and weep. You know, you shouldn't encourage them like this. They'll start to expect it. Mark my words. Don't worry. We'll tell them that this will be the only way we can help. I'm back. They didn't give you any trouble, did they? Good. Now go and tell Lady Yugiri it's all in hand.
Good news, everyone.
I dare not hope for such magnanimity, much less expect it. Mistress Momodi is generous indeed. I shall be sure to thank her most humbly. You're back. Lady Yugiri, I befriend the Flame General on your situation. I think you will be pleased with his reply. We have been granted an audience? Before the Sultana and the Syndicate both. We shall help to the royal promenade at once. You have done much for us, Master Alphino. I swear we shall return the favor. Naught is owed, Lady Yugiri, for naught has been given. This small favor you fairly won with your words, and it is with words that you must win the favor of the Syndicate. Then I shall choose them with care. You will be accompanying us, yes? Good. Your presence may serve to remind the Syndicate of the true meaning of philanthropy, and that nothing so unpalpable will be required of them, assuming the Domans are willing to earn their keep. Come, the Flame General awaits us on the royal promenade. Yay, we're helping. Man, it's bustling with people today. Back to the Chamber of Rule. Now then. What up, Robon?
A pleasure, Lieutenant Platinum. The others are already inside. Let us not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the Purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Yeah, he seems to be a pretty heartless man. But a heartless man with a lot of sense.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny. But we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than Gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Ul'dah's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. how far the vaunted Mirage have fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Of course, he leaves. Her. Him. Oh man. Only one?
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited.
Yeah, it seems you're just a figurehead.
Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late. Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Well, that sucks. It bears repeating that Lord Lorito does not speak for the Syndicate. The others harbor doubts, I will allow, but in time they will see the error of their ways. As Lolorito goes, so goes the Syndicate. My people could not endure another long sea voyage, but if Ul'dah will not accept us, what choice we have? You have anything to do?
As you observed, Lorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Often I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Bah, I will waste no more words on him. From when the Domans are yet in need of aid, everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames.
Uh-huh. It seems Raban has a plan. Main crystal, and from there we walk into the Hall of Flames.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
The Syndicate has spoken, but I see no point in moving that the matter being reconciled. The monetaries have made their position clear.
Agreed. Ulda is not an option. Nor Limsa Lominsa or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. Which leaves our domain friends confined to a ship. Gosh, the thought of them huddled in an airless hole with no hope for better treatment. Would they have more time to find an alternative? A place no bound by the concerns of the great nations. Minfilia? That is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap? Or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Yugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it.
Out with it, Master Alphino.
The headquarters of my order, the Science of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Remnant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of the Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, they have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labor, lest you doubt, will not save food and shelter by way of reward.
Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Yugiri.
Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Ulda, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages, the absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to do is one of hard labor and few comforts, as I told you. Before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be born to the Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat, considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap Uldan's adventure skill can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Leo.
Lady Yugiri, if you and your people will accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide.
Okay. Gladly we've managed to get them at home. The people of Doma. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodia has kindly offered to accommodate us the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength.
Thank you, Momodi. You beautiful lady.
What news?
Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do?
I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhaps it would go unnoticed. But the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 domens to Mordona.
Well, when government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of the 77 caravans on Doman's behalf.
Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord.
After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Ul'dah, young Yugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Very nice of him. Well, it sounds like we all have work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangement, shall we? I will entrust the task of escorting our domain friends to you, after you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? I think I'm good. I'm mostly been teleporting most of my walks. You don't need to concern yourself with the affairs here, Leo. I'm more than capable of overseeing preparations for the remaining caravans. Should other domain vessels arrive, I will inform the Descendant at once. As we speak, the domain is prepared for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by a carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly. It will not surprise me if the refugees require some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Leo, I will have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it.
Do it.
Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Okay then.
I'll do it.
Now then, let's go help the Doman refugees. Okay, let's see the time. Almost 3 hours. Oh, not there, but here. Over here. Hello, Hozan.
Greetings. Alphino informed me that Cyan will be arriving to help with the preparations. I honor to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I do have some skill in arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help ground the children that have been given to my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps you keen eyes will succeed where I failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son, Yozan. He can tell you more.
Ah, there he is. Now then, boy.
Oh, hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by a horse-drawn carriage.
But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help though. We're just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding. And since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Okay. And here's one. Hey, you're not Yozan. Who are you? I'm Koharu, Leo Platinum, huh? I didn't know anyone else was. Wait a minute. You're one of those, stallions, aren't you? No, scions. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Alright, it's almost time to go. Nice to meet you, Leo Platinum. Nice to see you too, Koharu. Up, I see a name with important sign. How'd you find me? Guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Guardians didn't find me. And there's the third one. Are you playing? No fair. Yosa didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know. It sounds scary. But if Yosan says it's safe, I'll go. Everything's so different. The buildings, the people, even the smells are different. I wonder what kind of smell is the Vesper Bay. I can think of like how should I say it? Like a warm weather with almost a sea salt smell. Wonderful. All the children are counted. Hide and seek? Oh, I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Guardians found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Homei, will travel in the lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you already met. Though as I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass plates, it will give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Okay then. Let's see them safely home. So, what do you think of our chocobos? Oh, he's just so fluffy. Grandfather is so lucky. These orange birds smell terrible. Yeah, they kinda do. But they're adorable. Eager to be off, are you? Aye, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from the plates say that we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie been sighted south of the bridge to Hammer Lee. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on them, of course, but don't play to gamble in this business. Now I know you can handle yourself in a fight.
But this lot here is another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area's safe. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades tell me the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is.
Okay, let's go Quicksilver. To see if there are any monsters here. Ulda is always beautiful at night. Now then, any monsters? Beasts? Asians? Oh, a wandering eye. But the coast is clear. What you got to say, guys?
It pleases me to see you well. Come, let the coachman know we can continue onward to Ulda.
Homei?
I must say that was a surprisingly pleasant ride. Maybe the journey to Revenant's Toll will not be so bad after all.
They have wings. Does that mean they can fly? And does that mean we can fly if we ride one?
Yes, you can.
Which do you think we would win in a race? A horse or a horse bird? Interesting question.
So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, huh?
Well fought, sir, well fought. If only I were in better health. I should have been proud to stand at your side.
Pray my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities prelude acts of daring do.
Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Having been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things could have been very different.
We cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Ugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life, all this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt?
In kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, brick laying, it matters not. Remnant's Toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Good to hear that. Whoa! What's up? Hey, Mr. Leo, Koharu and I wanted to know why you became an adventurer. Well, to gain power, to help those in need. I knew it! That's what I told Koharu, but she didn't believe me.
It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Leo. I've got a question. What's Revenant's Hall like? Is it pretty?
It's a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers.
You mean there are lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait! Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Leo, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do?
Well, my best advice is seek out new experiences and adventures.
Of course. To be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring.
Alright, that's enough questions for Mr. Leo.
That's not fair. Why does Yozan get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring as just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day?
Yes, you can.
Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Leo. I won't forget it. I'm gonna be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Hall, let's make an adventurer's guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Leo and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Mr. Leo and Lady Yugiri.
We can talk more about it in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Of course. My lady, Master Alphino, we're here. I need to stay with the birds.
I bet they could keep an entire legion with those walls.
Would you look at that?
How many steps are there? 100? I'm going to count.
It'll be good to sleep in a proper bed for a change, even if it's only for a night. Those kids were adorable. Now then, to the Adventurers Guild. Hold on. Charging for the dash. And sprint.
Alphano. Ah, Leo. I take it the first group has arrived? Excellent. Is there aught else? No, no. I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. It's past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanalan, which might require your personal attention, I will instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slafborn upon your arrival. He's the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Leo. Okay. You do your stuff here while I go here. Hey, buddy. Back again.
And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends, and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealthy spirit, and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they are willing to earn their keep, of course.
We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slafborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence.
Oh, not for the moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand I give the same speech to all new arrivals. And you needn't bow to your head to call me master either. We are both frontier hands, as far as I'm concerned.
As you wish, Slafborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship.
I guess I can't have yet to meet the descendant. 7 hells, Leo, why are you wasting time with me? See then to the rising stones.
To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you at the Rising Stones anon.
Okay, see you there. It's right over here if you're wondering. Hey guys, we're back. Well, I'm back, at least. As is the case with the other distant lands, I have heard rumors of mysterious magics and martial arts. I do not lend credence to these tales. I cannot help but hope that some are true. Eosa may be a land of many cultures and creeds, but I nevertheless suspect that the Domans will struggle to adapt. I wonder what herbs and spices they use in Doma. May there's something I could add to my special tonic. Special tonic? What's going on here? So many youths these days fail to understand that it's incumbent on everyone to help those in need. That's why it's so wonderful when young men like Hori Boulder rise to the occasion.
This little thing is nothing compared to what the Domans have endured.
Did they really sail that half-rotted ship all the way from Orthod? Isn't that dangerous? What if it had sprung a leak?
Yeah, it could be very bad. Very, very bad. Nymphelia, I've come to report.
'Tis no use.
What's up?
Our attempts to reach the students of Baldessian continue to meet with failure. Urianger explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will preserve, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We're but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved? I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Ugiri is here? Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event the Revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together.
As ever has it been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak with Slathborn, Lady Ugiri. Cleo?
Lamina will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Domain friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I'm still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Y'shtola should be returning anon with a report from the field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival?
I think I will do that. There she comes.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The Serpent Reavers are indeed the culprits.
Uh-oh. Does that mean...
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual. Summoning a fleet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand?
There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
Uh-oh, Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear.
Ah, crap.
Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the Serpent Reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Oh, crap. This again.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
Soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
Oh, man. So that's how it is.
And knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
Yeah.
You shared that vision, did you not?
Yeah, I think I saw what you saw.
Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this. But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the Primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
Yeah, this is new for you.
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the echo.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a Primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
What she said.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
That'll be quite nice.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a Primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Yeah, this can become really nasty. But I think it's time, let's now look at the clock, it's time for me to say goodbye. For me, for now, we have our new home at the Rising Stones. And next time we meet, we shall embark on a journey to take care of the primal Leviathan. Thank you all once again for coming. If you see it, as always, I will upload this immediately to my YouTube account, while you see the rest of the episodes as well on my archives. Thank you again for watching. See you next time, whenever I'm able to.